Welcome all my crafty friends. Today is another surprise video, and if you caught the last surprise video, Method to My Madness, I hope that you actually stayed with that video to get to the very end to find out what the method of my madness was, because I do feel like it might be very helpful and resourceful to many of you in keeping up with your own yarn inventory. So if you didn't catch that video, please be sure and go back and take a look at it. And just an FYI, the actual information provided for the resourcefulness of your yarn inventory is at the very end of the video. We kind of chatted at the beginning, and I showed you the wonderful yarn that I got on sale from Michael's before we got to that topic. So anyway, so I hope you found that resourceful yourself. And so in that video, I also mentioned that while in Michael's, I met a wonderful young lady, and in talking with her, she gave me an idea that inspired me to come back and share with you. And so she asked me what my favorite yarn was, or what types of yarn did I tend to gravitate toward and buy and make things with. And I told her that really, I like all yarn, and there are some yarn on my shelf that I've not ever used. You know, I've never used that type of yarn before, and that's the reason I bought it. I just haven't had the opportunity to make something yet. But I think that going forward, I am making way more now than I used to be able to, because I was in the past making a lot of queen size Afghans for people. And so now that I'm kind of on a Afghan, so to speak, you know, sabbatical, I am able to make a lot more different types of projects and smaller projects. So I got to thinking, why not take a look at what I actually have back there? So today we are going to actually take a look at this rack right here, at this white yarn, and then at the red yarn. Now, just to kind of give you an idea of how I set my shelves up, I had an idea when I started, but unfortunately I have been buying a little bit more yarn than I have space for, so I've had to mix it a little bit, but I still have it for the most part divided as it needs to be. So the first two rows of my shelves are acrylic yarn, and then the third row right here, and then the third row, and then the bottom half of this row right here, which, please ignore the pictures. Those are the pictures that still have to go up in my craft room and the living room and the front bedroom, because we're still renovating. That is all baby yarn. And then this row right here and the row beside it right here, that's all my cotton yarn. Now, right here and right here are my fingering weight yarn. And then this last row right here is all my cake yarns, except right there I had to store some baby yarn because I ran out of space. Now, originally, this row right here originally was housing my whips in progress. So when I wasn't working on them, I would slide them into each of those individual crates. But then I started buying so much yarn, I had to have a place to put it. So my goal is to get back to having my whips in those crates, so that whenever I'm ready to work on it, I can just go grab it, work on it, and put it right back. Right now, I have a 3-tier cart that I keep all of my whips on. So as we get ready to work on those projects in our tutorials and stuff, I just roll the cart over, which is nice too. But eventually, like my intention, the cart is just for my whips for the tutorials I do with you. And then those shelves back there are for the whips that I'm doing outside of the tutorials. So hopefully I will get that organization back. But if you're ready, let's take a look at this white and red yarn right now. I tried to take you over there with me as I pulled them off the shelf. Sorry, I'm drinking a raspberry smoothie. But I couldn't hold the camera and pull them off the shelf, so. And I'm looking at how red my face looks. I actually did a facial mask today too, but it's been a couple hours and my face is still, so I know I cleaned it very well. All right, so the yarn that I had up there is mostly all Red Heart yarn. And again, this is acrylic, and it's 100% acrylic. And so now that I have shared with you my inventory madness, like for example, this is when I first started and I was only just writing where I got it from, but I got this from Walmart and I paid $3.44 a skein for that, which is actually kind of high from what I normally would pay for a skein of Red Heart, especially the, I think it's a 7 ounce, yeah, 7 ounce skein. So, but, and then this one came from Walmart and I paid $6.44 for it on October 28th of 2019. So that's when I started improving a little bit and putting in the date. And that's when I got all of these as well. So all of this is Red Heart acrylic yarn. So nothing exciting and fancy about this. And I think this one, now this one I got from Walmart on August 25th of 2018. And the only reason, and I paid $5.84 for that. And the only reason I knew that is because I found it on a receipt. So I have been taking time and going through the receipts I have, trying to mark the yarn as I pull it down to show you, so that going forward I will have it all up. This yarn I got from Hobby Lobby. And I did not write on it because I know that it's from Hobby Lobby. Excuse me. I think it actually says Hobby Lobby. Yes, it does. It says 2010 Hobby Lobby stores. I know I did not purchase this in 2010 because I actually bought this when I bought the yarn to make my youngest son's girlfriend's hoodie that you saw not too long ago, the purple one. I bought it to use in that. And I also used that yarn when I made that hat for Hat Not Hate. All right. And this is a little bit expensive. It is $4.99 a skein. And this is only probably, if I had to guess, yeah, 5 ounces. I knew it wasn't a full 7 ounce. And it actually is 97% acrylic and 3% metallic polyester. So there you can see that metallic running through it. It's really pretty. And that is exactly what is on that Bernat coordinates yarn. That is also in the baby set that we're working on Wednesdays on the hook right now. So that's that same, so that's what that is. It is actually, what did it say? Metallic polyester. So good to know. All right. So that was all the white yarn that I had in the acrylic that was up in that basket right there. So give me just a minute and I will get the red yarn and we'll take a look at that. Again, right now, there's nothing exciting right now about the acrylic yarn really, but we'll start with that and then we'll move on to the good stuff over the next couple weeks. All right. So I actually remember buying a lot of this red yarn. I didn't have a need for it, but I got it from Joann's. I got it at a discount. And the reason that I bought so much of it, actually in the green, which we'll look at next time, I got a lot of it too from Joann's on sale. And the reason I did is because a couple years back, and I'll be putting this out in a video very soon, I made some pillows for Christmas that look like Christmas presents. And the folks that I made them for love them as their gift. So I really would like to make some of those again. And so that's why I kind of stocked up on this red and the green yarn because of that. So I got a lot of this Red Heart yarn from Joann's. It's normally $3.69 at Joann's, but I got it on sale for $2.50 on October 27th of 2019. So I've got quite a few of those. So let's see. All right, this one I got from Joann's, but at a different time. So we'll put these aside real quick and put all the ones together. So, yeah. And I've been thinking about going ahead and using my yarn ball winder and making a lot of these into cakes and then just stuffing the label down into the center of the cake so that they will actually store better in my little shelf. So that might be a project for the future. All right. So I think we're getting down. All right, so all the ones I got from Joann's, the majority that I was talking about for those Christmas pillows, I purchased on October 27th of 2019. They were normally $3.69, and I got them for $2.50. And they're all in the colorway Cherry Red, and they're all by Red Heart. All right, so I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of those. And I also had gotten those for another project that I've been wanting to do. And you're not going to believe this. It is totally not planned. The pattern is actually sitting right here on my desk. I cannot believe that because I did not plan that. But I want to make this pillow. And they've used the Bernat Baby Velvet to make that pillow. But I want to make it using the acrylic yarn and make it so that it's a little bit stiffer as like a lumbar pillow. And then I might do some in the Bernat Baby Velvet for traveling, but in the car. But anyway, so that's another reason that I had gotten so much. Then I do have 2 more skeins that I had gotten from Joann's back on July 9th of 2019. And again, her price is $3.69, but for these, instead of paying $2.50, I actually paid $2.99 in July of last year. So I did a better deal in October. But then these 2, and those are also the Cherry Red from Red Heart. These 2 are also Cherry Red from Red Heart, but I got them from Walmart, and I paid $2.97 for them. This is back when Red Heart yarn at Walmart used to be $2.97. Now it's like $3.44 for a 7-ounce skein. So, all right. So this one, and those are also the Cherry Red. This one is one that I got from Walmart. It is a Walmart brand. It's the Mainstay I have mentioned before. And all of Walmart's Mainstay yarn is $1.97. They sell their yarn cheaper, their brand cheaper, just as they do with all their generic products, the great value at Walmart. And this color is just simply called red. And it is 100% acrylic. And it also is a 7-ounce skein or 397 yards. And so I've never used their yarn, and that's the only reason I got it, was I wanted to try it and see if it is as good of a quality as the Red Heart. Now, if you look at this, now this says cherry red, and this is just a regular red, but there is a difference in the color, and it doesn't look like it's showing up very well in the video. You might can see it there. The cherry red is a little bit darker than the mainstay. So, all right. And then I have a Karen 1 pound. And I was looking, this is just called Scarlet. And this is actually a 16-ounce, which is 812 yards, or 453.6 grams. And this had to have been before I started really keeping track of it like I do now with all the information, because I don't have a date on it. And that has to be a sale price there, $5.99, because most of these are $9.99 at Michael's. So, all right. And then the last one I have kind of in the red family, I thought this was Red Heart Burgundy, but it is not. It's actually called Claret. And I got it from Walmart. And again, it was before I really started keeping up with like dates and stuff. But it can't be too old. It has to have been at least within the last year that I purchased it, because the price is $3.44. And like I said in the past, Walmart 7-ounce Red Heart skeins were $2.97. So if I paid $3.44 for it, that means I've bought it within the last year. So it can't be more than a year old, or just over a year old. So, all right. So that finishes up all the white acrylic yarn I have and all the red. And next time we will come together and we'll look at all the greens. There's some light green back there. And then we'll look at pinks and mauves. And I've got a couple little aquatil blues in there because my blue section is full. And if you'll remember from last week's cup to hook conversation, we talked about what color yarn do you buy the most of, and blue was one of the colors that I had given. So, all right, well, I hope you have enjoyed this trip through the beginning of my acrylic yarn, and I guess we'll call this part 1, and I'll come up with some kind of catchy name for it, and we will continue until we get through the entire wall. So, have a great week. Be joyful, stay crafty in your own way, and make your own joyful creations, and I will see you again soon. Bye.